Runner at first with one gone. Cody Jackson now at the plate is another guy who can really put a charge into one. He swings and fouls one off. And he asks for time before the 0-1. And that one fouled off. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. 2 gone now. Man at first with 1 gone. The second baseman, the next to hit. The pitch, and there goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out. One out and the base is empty. Ground ball up the middle, through for a base hit. He turns and heads for second. Not in time. He legs it out. He was ready to go on the first pitch, and it paid off. That's textbook hitting. He let the pitch on the outer half travel just enough, then laced it up the middle. Great swing. 1 down. And next, the cleanup hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit in the air, right field. Gonzalez moving under it. Snags it for the second out. Two away and a runner at first. Next up, the designated hitter. Hard grounder into the outfield for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So 2 on and 2 out. The shortstop digs in now. Hit hard on a line. Makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. 2 out and a runner in scoring position. The center fielder will hit next. Hard ground ball. That's a base hit. That puts runners at the corners with 2 away. And that's an advantage count paying off for them. Nobody out and runners at second and third. Hammers this one in the air deep to left center. This one's gonna carry. It's out of here. An absolutely titanic shot. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 5-4. A very efficient homer in this spot. Got a juicy offering on the first pitch and didn't miss. That was a low 90s fastball, and it wound up in a spot that was entirely too hittable. A pitcher who doesn't have great velo on the fastball has to locate better than that. We're back here at the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Will Brennan.
The left fielder, Will Brennan.
And it's a pop-up. Takes it in for the out. Batter probably wants a mulligan after that swing. That one was right down the pipe. The kind of pitch hitters dream about. Trying to hold a 1-run lead.
99. Cody Jackson.
Hey, drive that pitch, huh? Here we go.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Incredible late action on that slider. Took a sharp turn at the last second. With the tying run aboard at first. Here in the bottom of the 7th, just past the stretch. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. And that's 2. First and second, 2 outs. Here's the catcher, trying to deliver as the hero. Sky to left, and this should do it. And that's the ball game. Really impressive work at the dish. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do.
I'm crazy, don't get involved with me. I drop the top and feel this autumn breeze. You need gas, so we can be all on E. Oh, I get it, bet it all on me. You don't see yourself good, I guess.
Welcome to the game, everybody. Glad you've joined us. Time for some AAA baseball in the International League. It's the Omaha Storm Chasers taking on the Iowa Cubs. All set for the start of this inning, and here's the catcher, Cody Jackson. That one ripped, but foul. That slider was cooking. Some serious action on that pitch early in this game. On a line for a base hit, and a runner on now. That was a great swing he put on that pitch. That one might as well have been placed on a tee, right down the middle, a hitter's dream and a pitcher's nightmare. The shortstop digs in now. Aguilar, with that really good two-seamer, gets the sink, a lot of ground balls. Gets him swinging. The third baseman will hit next. Jackson stands at first with one away. And he hits a ground ball to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out. Down in the count, didn't matter. Put a great swing on it. Nice changeup to the outer half, but he showed good fundamental hitting. Kept his hands inside and drove it the opposite way for a knock. Now they've got a good shot at scoring the first run of the game with the runner in scoring position. First and second, one away. Here's the center fielder, Carson Rocafort. Now a pop-up on the infield. And they'll invoke the infield fly rule.
The right fielder, John Ray.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the right fielder. Tough lefty-lefty matchup here for the hitter. The best approach is to stay up the middle. Even if you're a little late, you can send an opposite field liner. Goes down on strikes, and he knew he should have offered at that one. Very fired up. Runner at first, nobody out.
Hey, have a rip up there right now, huh?
Cody Jackson.
All right, come on now, one time, let it fly.
In the air to the right. 1 away.
The batter, number 1.
Short pitch.
Leading off for Omaha, the catcher, Cody Jackson.
Bashes this one to deep left center. That's a base hit. Off to a good start with the leadoff knock.
The batter, number 1.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. And the tying run's at the plate. Swings and he breaks his bat. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. Tough break for the defense there, no pun intended. If the bat doesn't shatter, that's a likely double play ball. Still got the 1 though. The third baseman, the next to hit. With the tying run at the dish, here in the top half of the 7th. Struck the batter out looking. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone. And now the center fielder, Carson Rocafort. Tying run waits at the plate. Out towards left center, on the move. Can't reach this one, it gets down. The throw in to second, and he's out, cut down, and that ends the inning. 1 runner left. 1 down. And next, the cleanup hitter, Cody Jackson. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Hey, gentlemen, first. We need you. Let's go.
Swing and this one towards left center field. It gets down, a base hit. They fire it in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Nice job of 2-strike hitting there. He didn't get overwhelmed. He choked up a bit and punched that one into the outfield for a base hit. One out and 2 on. And the batter will be the shortstop. Swing and a miss. Can't be swinging at pitches that low, particularly in a double play situation like this. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. They are down to their final out. The third baseman getting ready to hit. And a 4-pitch walk.
The batter, number 0.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Carson Rocafort. Hitting at the bottom of the order, not a lot of success at the dish lately, but could start to move up with a good performance in a big moment like this. In the air on the infield, the second baseman settles under it. And that's the ball game. Jackson did well in the losing effort. Collected 3 hits in the game. Strong individual day despite the team losing, and he can feel really good about that. in the bottom of the first. Here's the third baseman, number 98.
The third baseman,
Here's a pop-up. Takes it in for the out.
batting second, the second baseman, Jay. 3 on third.
We're back here at the ballpark. Second inning set to start. Here's a big power threat, Cody Jackson.
Jackson.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. We're well into the season now when the road can become a grueling test of endurance. Not just the long bus rides and modest accommodations, but the constant uncertainty about the future can be equally taxing. And that's outside. And another ball.
Hey, let's go now. You got this.
Time called as we wait on the 2-2 pitch.
Let her rip. Let her rip.
Swing and a drive. This one carrying pretty deep. Snags it on the warning track. Runner at first, one away.
Drive that pitch, huh?
And that one fouled off.
Come on, big guy. One time. Here you go.
This one popped up in foul ground on the first base side. Makes the grab, 2 down.
The batter, the designated hitter.
1 out and 2 on. Next up, the designated hitter. Sharp grounder into the outfield for a hit. Throw back in holds the runner at third. Bases now loaded. Only 1 away. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff hitter aboard. Aggressive approach paid off there. Found something he could hit. Some excellent contact on the pitch away, and he managed to stay back just long enough to zip it up the middle rather than rolling over it to the pull side. Next up, the designated hitter. With the tying run at the dish here in the top half of the 7th.
One time, right here.
Bounces it to the left side. Nice stop. From his knees, the throw. There's one. Runner at third, 1 away. Next to hit, the second baseman, number 8.
3 on third.
Yeah, we got one.
Next one's popped in the air into right. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play. Long throw is there, and that ends the frame. Any play at the plate is always exciting. Tried 1 away and a runner at first. Here's the catcher, Cody Jackson. 1 for 3.
Jackson.
High fly ball out to left center. Melendez, sizing this one up, pulls it down for the catch. Not much to speak about, but always good to get a team win.
Fans are finalizing. First for the victorious Omaha Storm Chasers. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors, but 8 runners.
And now it's going to be Cody Jackson.
Batting third, the catcher, Cody Jackson.
Ground ball could be 2. 1 at second. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. One error in the inning, but not. Now at the dish, the third baseman.
Third baseman.
And it's a pop-up. One down. Batter probably wants a mulligan after that swing. That one was right.
Leading off for Omaha, the catcher, Cody Jackson.
Hammer, and this one could be extra bases. He turns and heads for second. That's a leadoff double. Got the center cut fastball and pounced on it. That thing was smoked. The first baseman now at the plate.
The first baseman, number 22, Devin Moore.
3-1, couldn't come up with it.
Now batting, designated hitter, John Ray.
The designated hitter digs in now. Line drive, and it's caught. One of those plays that just goes to show that not everything is within your control on the baseball field. Batter did everything right and still didn't get the hit. Sometimes that's how it goes. First and second with one away. And now the center fielder, Carson Roccaforte. It's this one to fairly deep center field. Hauls it in, 2 away. Two outs and runners at first and second. And here at the plate, the third baseman, number 3. And he goes down on strikes. That ends the inning. 2 left on. We're back here at the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the second baseman, number 8. And a pop-up in foul territory on the right side. And a quick out, number 1. Full house on the bases with 1 away. Line drive, that's a base knock. 1 runs in. Another comes in to score. It's 3-zip. We hear a lot about how the numbers turn against the pitcher the 3rd time through the order, and that might be what's happening here. Looking at the manager, he may have a decision to make. One away, runners at the corners here. The first baseman will hit next. Grounder to third, and handles this chance to second. That's 1. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. They get 2. 1 out, and the bases are empty. Next up, the designated hitter. And the 2-1 pitch. Lays down a bunt. Throws the first. Barely got the out. Close play.
Number 77.
Bases are empty with 2 away. Now it's the shortstop, Matt Shaw. Trying to bunt for a hit. Tosses to first. That ends the inning on the bunt attempt. Continues to roll on the mound. 5 shutout innings in the books. Two away here, nobody on. Cody Jackson getting ready to hit. The outfielder's very deep. They don't want anything going over their heads. Foul ball there. Chop to the left side. The throw to first. Third out. No run. One out and runners at first and second. MJ Melendez, the next to hit. Hard grounder into the outfield for a base hit. Throw back in holds the runner at third. Bases now loaded. Only one away. Huge spot here. Bottom of the ninth, down to their last out. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis. Runner on the move. Strike in there. To second, tag out, and the ball game is over. Really impressive work at the dish. He gave his teammates a lot of opportunities in this one, and that's really all you can ask him to do. Cody Jackson digs in now. 2 RBIs last night, 2 out of the 3 runs they scored in the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see an aggressive approach in this high leverage spot. Swing and a foul straight back. 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. And that's perfect slider placement from him, down and in. At the plate, he probably read fastball out of the hand, but then it took a turn on him. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. 0-2, rocks and fires. Fights that one off, we'll reset and do it again. Ground ball to short. Throws across the diamond. Play made. That ends the... 1 out and the base is empty. That's inside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, just waving at that one.
1-1. All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly.
Sharp grounder, and it gets through for a base hit. Makes the turn, heads for second base. Well, clearly thought about 2, but back to first safely.
The first baseman, Kevin.
1 gone and a runner on at first. And here's the first baseman. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Got the batter swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 away and a runner at first. The designated hitter will hit next. Valencia checks the runner and back in there. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. This one in for a strike. Throw to second and out. That ends the inning. Trying to keep this tied at 2. Now a fly ball to right center. Canario going back on this one. Swallows it up. That's out number 3. Next to hit, the second baseman, number 8.
Second baseman.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike.
0-1.
Throw to second, out. That ends the inning. No run. Jackson getting ready to hit. 1 for 3.
Get your pitcher Johnny. Let's go, big dog. Your spot.
And he asks for time before the 0-1. Close, doesn't get the call.
1 ball, 1 strike. Go, big fella.
One pitch fouled away. Might need to start the swing a bit sooner with that excellent heat. 1-2 pitch. Hack and a miss. That's a strikeout. Now the third baseman, Josh Smith. On 0-1, the delivery. And that's bunted out in front of home plate. Out number 1 as a run comes in to score. Jackson with a solid contribution, even in the loss. Went 1 for 5 with a single. Kind of an average performance. It was a loss for the team, and he was unremarkable at the plate. Digging in, Cody Jackson.
The catcher, Cody Jackson.
First pitch, swings and misses. Pitcher blew that by him at the plate, and I'm sure he's smiling after that. If the hitter's laying low, though, it could get interesting later in the AB. In the dirt. Nice job behind the dish.
Hey, keep swinging that hot fast, huh?
0-2 now. And a curve misses outside. Great job to lay off that one on 0-2. Those big looping curves are very tempting. Got him swinging. 2 out. 2 outs and a runner at first. Next up, the left fielder, number 19. Kick, the pitch, runner goes. Strike in there. Throw, safe. I like the aggressiveness right there. The pitchers have been dealing so far, so you might as well. 2 outs, bases empty.
Cody Jackson.
This one is labeled. That one is very deep. And it's gone. An absolutely titanic shot. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 1-0. He came to the plate with a plan, and it paid off early. Blasted the first pitch he saw over the wall for a home run. Great job to handle the cutter up and in tight on the hitter. He kept his hands above the baseball and connected out in front to generate some power. And now the shortstop, Josh Smith.
Shortstop.
Ortiz standing at third, 1 away in this inning. And this one lifted to left. The left fielder has this one sized up. Runner tagging from third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Long throw is there, and that ends the frame. Base runner decided to test the arm out there, and it was a bad decision. Outstanding throw on a frozen rope at home. That ends the inning with a bang.
Come on, big guy.
Leading off for Omaha, the catcher.
This young man is well into his professional career at this point and shows no signs of slowing down or losing that level head on his shoulders. Makes the grab, 1 down.
The first baseman, number 22,